we got we got the Green Day Authority possibly coming in here tonight to cause some trouble. We got unplugged microphones. Let's just cut out the bull crap. This is Fall Out Boy, song versus song. You guys have been doing this every Saturday for a little while now. We've done all the pop punk classic bands, and we're going to be doing Fall Out Boy. So I have got 156 Fall Out Boy songs here, and I've got the link in the description below. I'm going to hit shuffle on this complete 8 hours and 53 minutes of Fall Out Boy music, and I'm going to pick a song. I'm going to do the random song, the next random song, and I'm going to tell you which one's better. I might tell you why. It might just be my gut instinct. I am on a journey to hear every song ever recorded. I'm obsessed with Green Day, and Fall Out Boy are pretty darn amazing too. So without any further ado, Fole ado, I've got Fall Out Boy jokes. We're going to start with Stay Frosty Royal Milk Tea versus my songs Know What You Did in the Dark. Wow, wow. My songs wins this round. Dead on Arrival, which I've been listening to a lot lately, versus This Ain't a Scene. This ain't a scene. It's a goddamn arms race. This ain't a scene. Oh, yeah, big time. Those have been easy so far. Love from the Other Side versus Saturday. Love from the Other Side. Young Volcanoes versus Dear Future Self. This is tough, but I'm going to go Young Volcanoes. Rat-a-Tat featuring Courtney Love versus a little less 16 Candles, a little more touch me, touch me, touch me, touch me, touch me, touch me. I'm going to go with a little less 16 Candles, a little more touch me, 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 touch me. Is that... It cut off the title there. Uma Thurman, oh, this is going to be interesting, versus Thanks for the Memory. Murmurs. Thanks for the Memories for sure. I don't want to be mean, but I'm not a big Uma Thurman fan. The actress or the song, not my thing. Don't You Know Who I Think I Am versus Nobody Puts Baby in the Corner. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Clearly. We got some Reflect to North. The Pink Seashell featuring Ethan Hawke versus It's Hard to Say I Do When I Don't. It's hard to say I do when I don't. Hot to the Touch, Cold on the Inside versus 4th of July. Hot to Touch, right? That's the better choice there. I'm correct. Demigods versus Irresistible. Oh, I gotta go Irresistible on that one. Uma Thurman coming back again. That witch versus Heaven's Gate. Ooh, God dang, I guess I gotta go Uma. I gotta go Uma that time. She gets some love from me. Love, Sex, and Death versus Disloyal Order of Water Buffaloes. I'm gonna go Water Buffaloes. Please comment. Fame is less than infamy versus You'll Shoot Your Eye Out bonus track. I'm gonna go You'll Shoot Your Eye Out bonus track. That's pretty darn good. There's nobody here, so I'm not nervous. The Last of the Real Ones versus The Takeover, The Breaks Over. The Takeover, The Breaks Over. How many air quotes? That's annoying. Church versus Reinventing the Wheel to Run Myself Over. Reinventing the Wheel to Run Myself Over wins that round. We Were Doomed from the Start, The King is Dead versus Growing Up. Paragraph title song always wins the shorter title song. Dance Dance Live versus Tell That Mick He Just Made My List of Things to Do. We go with Mick on that one. Immortals versus Bishop's Knife Trick. Bishop's Knife Trick. That's rare. I'm going to go with that Poopy Purple album. Poopy Purple album. Young and Menace. Oh, gosh. Nothing is... I can't imagine what would come up that would be worse than Young and Menace. Young and Menace versus Love from the Other Side. Love from the Other Side. Gosh, poop it. Hold Me Tight or Don't. Excuse me, I didn't read that correctly. Hold Me Tight or Don't! Versus Thriller. Thriller. Those two albums, just a crazy gap. Hold Me Like a Grudge versus I'm Like a Lawyer with the Way I'm Always Trying to Get You Off. That doesn't have quotes in it. I think I'm going to go with Grudge. No. Lawyer beats Grudge, but that one was really close. Holy moly. Ooh, This Ain't a Scene, it's a G-D. Versus My Songs Know What You Did in the Dark, Light 'em Up, Light 'em Up, Light 'em Up. That is tough. But I like The Arms Race. That's probably my favorite single by the Fall Out Boy. Lake Effect Kid versus American Beauty / American Psycho. Lake Effect Kid, clearly. Grand Theft Auto, Where Is Your Boy Acoustic versus Flu Game. I'm going to go Flu Game. I'm going to go new school on that, baby boy. We didn't start the fire. It was always turning since the world's been burning. We didn't start the fire. It was all alone. We did not start the fire. Who wrote that poop? Billy Joel, produced by Neil Avron. Okay. We Didn't Start the Fire, the brand new Fall Out Boy song, versus Champion. I'm going to go, I really like that new one. I really like their version of it. So it wins. It beats the Champion. I Don't Care versus I've Got a Dark Alley and a Bad Idea That Says You're Something. What do you guys think? I'm going to say the Paragraph song beats the other song. Dance Dance versus Two Skeletons Hotel in New York. Dance Dance, people. Come on, get a life. You're a maniac. This Ain't a Scene, it's a live versus Our Lawyers Made Us Change the Name of this song to prevent something. I gotta go with Grace. This Hum Hallelujah versus Chicago Is So 2 years ago. Hum Hallelujah. Centuries versus Eternal Summer. Eternal Summer. Take that in your pipe and smoke it. Tiffany Blues versus You're Crashing But You're No Wave. You're crashing, but you're no wave wins. Irresistible versus Sophomore Slump or Comeback of the Year. Sophomore Slump. Okay, Immortals versus Get Busy Living or Get Busy Dying. Do Your Part to... Yeah, Paragraph wins on that too. Paragraph usually beats short titles. Death Valley, Pretty good short title song. Death Valley versus Art of Keeping Up Disappearances. Death Valley. Death Valley coming in for the short songs. Heartbreak Feels So Good. One of my favorites. I really like that a lot. What is it going to come up against you? Fart, 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 men. We got to wait. We have to wait for somebody else to... We don't have to wait for anybody. We wait for no man. Roly-polies all day tonight. Everybody waiting chung tonight. That's some Fall Out Boy information there. I have a mind to make some moogie. No. This microphone is not plugged in. EXO versus Saturday. I go Saturday. Coffees for closers versus... Oh, this is interesting. Coffee versus champagne for my real friends. I gotta go champagne, though. Champagne? Campaign. Snitches and talkers get stitches and walkers. Snitches versus Beat It. I'm gonna say Beat It. Beat It, right? Beat It wins. Thanks for the Memories versus Bang the Doldrums. What do you guys think? What? Your guys are gone. Thanks for the Memories wins, by the way. My Heart is the Worst Kind of Weapon versus Alone Together. I say Alone Together. Heartbreak Feels So Good versus Grand Theft Autumn. I gotta go new school on that. Gotta go new school. Gotta do it. I'm Like a Lawyer Again versus Fake Out. Fake Out is one of the best songs ever. One of the best songs ever. You guys want me to do a Fall Out Boy cover? I never play Fall Out Boy on my guitar. So Good Right Now versus Sunshine Riptide. Oh, come on. Purple Album. Blah. Blah. Golden versus Young Volcanoes. This one's tough. But I'm going to say Young Volcanoes. Heads First Slide into Coopertown on a Bad Bet versus Love Will Tear Us Apart. I'm going to go heads first on Coopertown with the blah, blah, blah. West Coast Smoker versus The Afterlife of the Party. The Afterlife of the Party wins, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. I want to do Homesick at Space Camp versus Alone Together. I say Alone Together, you doofuses. The Last of the Real Ones versus Novocaine. The Last of the Real Ones. Where Did the Party Go? Which I like. Versus She's My Winona. The Party beats Winona. I Am My Own Muse versus Jetpack Blues. Muse beats Blues, clearly. Immortals from Big Six Hero versus Grand Theft Autumn. Man, I know everybody likes Grand Theft Autumn, and I think most people like Immortals. Oh, man, I'm going to say Grand Theft Autumn on that one. I'm going to get murdered. The Carpal Tunnel of Love versus the Pros and Cons of Breathing. The Carpal Tunnel wins. Of All the Gin Joints in the World versus Super Fade. Gin Joints. The Mighty Fall versus The Takeover, The Breaks Over. Quotations wins. Alpha Dog versus From Now On We Are Enemies. From Now On We Are Enemies wins. The Phoenix. What can beat the Phoenix? Nobody Puts Baby in the Corner loses against the Phoenix. Gosh, poop it. Fart! Favorite record versus the patron saint of liars and fakes. Favorite record. Just One Yesterday versus I Don't Care. That's kind of a nice pairing. I gotta go Yesterday. Just one yesterday. I Want to Dance with Somebody Who Loves Me versus What a Time to Be Alive. Oh! What a Time to Be Alive. I kind of want to listen to that though. I want to dance with somebody. I want to dance with somebody. Who want to dance with somebody? Is that... Okay, we gotta get back on track, people. Let's see what you guys are having fun, right? We're like 20 minutes into this, 16 minutes, and yeah, it's just like it's getting out there. It's getting out there. We gotta see like the channel. Let me know. You guys gotta comment some songs for us to battle out. And let me know what bands you want me to do this with. I am pretty familiar with a lot of catalogs, so I can actually do this. We're going to look at the community tab real quick. You guys should do that. I could actually... I could watch my own live stream. I'm watching. There's a delay. There's a delay. That's very interesting. But we could stream the stream. We're now streaming the stream. We're streaming the stream, and we're in infinity on high. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh man. Okay, I think I did that once. Okay, let's do some songs versus songs. That's crazy. Gotta get rid of the echo. Parallel Universe Chris is gone. Okay. We got distracted by some Willie Houston. What a Time to Be Alive versus GINASFS. I'm going to say GINAFSS. You got to turn the volume down. Copyright material. Dead on Arrival versus the Music of Misery. The Music of Misery. That was a pretty easy one. America's Sweethearts versus The Kids Aren't All Right. Sweethearts wins. Thank you for the thumbs up. Miss Missing You. I really like that record. Versus Grenade Jumper. Miss Missing You. Sugar We're Going Down, the classic, versus What a Catch, Donnie. I think Sugar beats Donnie. City in a Garden versus the 10 Years. Ooh, that's actually tough. I'm going to say the 10 Years. WAMS, lowercase, versus A Little Less 16 Candles, a little more touch me, touch me, touch me, touch me, touch me. I'm going to say A Little Less 16 Candles, a little more touch me, 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 touch me. Baby Annihilation versus Centuries. I have to go, oh gosh, I don't like either one of those. I'm going to say, Centuries is not good, but it wins this round. Dance Dance versus 27. Man, I'm getting some dance. America's Sweethearts versus Heaven, Iowa. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to say Heaven, Iowa. Calm Before the Storm versus I've Got All This Ringing in My Ears and None of My. I'm going to go with I've Got All This Ringing in My Ears and None of My. Thriller Live versus The Shipped Gold Standard. The Shipped Gold Standard. If it were not the live version, I'd probably go the other route. Fart. The Phoenix versus Sending Postcards from a Plane Crash. The Phoenix. I slept with someone in Fall Out Boy and all I got was this W versus Sugar We're Going Down. Sugar We're Going Down. American Made versus It's Not a Side Effect of the Something. I think I'm going to go with American Made on that choice. Caffeine Cold versus Bob Dylan. Ooh, what do you guys think? I'm going to go Bob Dylan. 7 Minutes in Heaven versus $20 Nosebleed. 7 Minutes in Heaven. Champion versus Save Rock and Roll. Save Rock and Roll. Big time. That's just demolished. My Heart is the Worst Kind of Weapon demo versus Wilson. Oh! For once, the Purple album gets a win. I love Wilson. I always make such expensive mistakes. I'll stop wearing black when they make a different color. That's, the one good song. Wilson. Freaking Wilson, man. So much for Stardust. So much for Stardust versus Hold Me Tight or Don't. So much for Stardust wins. Now we're in our second shuffle. You know how we do this. If you don't, you got to come here almost every Saturday evening. We try to do these. Wow! I'm in rare form. Homesick at Space Camp versus the patron saint of liars and fakes. I'm going to say, that's two old school ones. I'm going to say patron saints. The Art of Keeping Up Disappearances versus You'll Shoot Your Eye Out. You will shoot your eye out. Disloyal Order of Water Buffaloes versus Centuries. Water Buffaloes is 59,000% better. It wins. Thriller versus Saturday. Ooh, two one-word songs on a Fall Out Boy stream. What the poop fart man? God, poop it. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? Insanity. What were we talking about? One word songs. Thriller versus Saturday. Thriller. Church. These guys have more than two short titles. Church versus Ginaffus. Ginassfs wins. There's fireworks outside. Happy 4th of July, people. You guys, I think someone commented that my breath smells. We can do some Fall Out Boy covers. Oh! was an interpretation of heads first slide into Cooperstown on a bad bet versus Uma Thurman. That is bad. I don't like either one of those. But I'm going to go head first slide into Cooperstown on a bad bet. Champion versus It's Hard to Say I Do When I Don't. Hard to Say wins. My songs Know What You Did in the Dark, Light 'em Up, 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 Light 'em Up versus I Don't Care. In the Dark wins. Eternal Summer versus Dance Dance. Dance Dance wins. Centuries versus Sending Postcards. Sending Postcards. I Want to Dance with Somebody versus What a Catch. Oh, that is tricky. I got to go with the cover. The Mighty Fall versus This Ain't a Scene, It's a Gosh Poop Arms Race. This ain't a scene. Yeah, that song, nothing beats This Ain't a Scene, I don't think. I Slept with Someone in Fall Out Boy versus 7 Minutes in Heaven. That's an interesting pairing. Is it wrong that I kind of, and those are from the same album. I was going to say, with Fall Out Boy, I kind of like, I'm loyal to the albums more than the songs. Like, I have to look sometimes at what album it came from, and I'm like, well, if it's from that album, it's better than that album. But I Slept with Somebody versus 7 Minutes in Heaven. I'm going to say Slept with Somebody. Oh, I want to sleep with somebody. Ooh, yeah. Heartbreak Feels So Good versus A Little Less 16 Candles. God. Candles, but but only because I feel like you guys would hurt me if I chose otherwise. The Kids Aren't Alright versus The Ship Gold Standard. The kids are alright. The kids are not alright. The kids aren't alright. Calm Before the Storm versus Young Volcanoes. I prefer Volcanoes. Sugar We're Going Down versus I've Got a Dark Alley and a Bad Idea. Sugar We're Going Down. Love Will Tear Us Apart versus Young Volcanoes. Young Volcanoes. Tiffany Blues versus Of All the Gin Joints in the World. Gin Joints in the World. I think because nobody's here, I'm in an infinite loop. Look at this. I'm in an infinite loop. Look at this. Watch. This guy in this stream is going to be on an infinite loop here in a minute. Ooh, we got 2 likes. One of them was me. Oh, there's some kind of delay with that butt jerk. So, we don't want to look at that butt jerk, so we're going to do what a Fall Out Boy song could we do on guitar chords? What would be a good one? What would fit my my guitar's out of tune, but I do have pickups up there. Capo. Can we do this? One night and one more time. Thanks for the memory. Oh, their songs are kind of hard to play, hard to sing. I tell you what, when we're shuffling through the songs, if I come across one to play, I'll play you guys an acoustic Fall Out Boy cover. I've Got All This Ringing in My Ears versus Alone Together. Alone Together. Get Busy Living versus Coffees for Closers. Get Busy. Flu Game versus $20 Nosebleed. I like Flu Game. Fake Out versus 27, and I think we found what we can play. Fake Out. No, we're going to keep going, though. Fake Out's really awesome. Beats 27. I Don't Care versus Sunshine Riptide. I Don't Care. wins. Irresistible versus Grand Theft Auto. Irresistible. Tell That Mick versus Our Lawyers Made Us Change the Name of the Song. Our Lawyers win that round. Fake Out. I'm just, my mind keeps going back to Fake Out. Can I sing that? Ooh. Buried alive inside my dreams, but it was all a fake out. My mood board, yeah, I can't really get the melody in my mind. I'm a hardcore Fall Out Boy fan, though. I've listened to their entire catalog. All right, let's get away from Lawyers. I Am My Own Muse versus Bishop's Knife Trick. Muse beats Bishop. The Pros and Cons of Breathing versus The Last of the Real Ones. The Last of the Real Ones? Man. Nobody Puts Baby in the Corner versus Do You Know Who I Think I Am? We got to find, do I have any Fall Out Boy chords? Maybe we could do that. Can we do the new one? We didn't start the fire. That would be interesting if we could do that. I don't know how hard it's going to be to play. Is that a real complicated song, guys? It's in the key of G. It's no capo, which is good. We're gonna do it, mother bleepers. We're getting guitars and dogs and wet feet. Oh God, this is gonna be like the first ever cover of it. It looks pretty easy. Every planet, everything, elevator, running in defects, earthquakes, acid, volcano. Oakland City bomb, Kurt Cobain, Monkey Mark, Tiger Woods, MySpace, Monsanto, GMOs. I'm playing What's My Age Again. Harry Potter, Twilight, Michael Jackson dies, nuclear accident, featuring him in Japan. Creeping evidence of the Cambridge Analytica, Kim Jong-un, Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man. Oh man, that's kind of crazy. I gotta try though. I gotta try a little bit. We gotta get emotional. Or emo, gosh, poop it. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire. And we didn't light it, but we're trying to fight it. More war in Afghanistan comes the way again. Obama, Spielberg, explosion, Lebanon. Unabomber, Bobby John, bombing marathon. Boy, war, terror, crew, rang out. Trump gets impeached twice. Polar bears got no eyes. Firefest, Black Parade, Michael Phelps, Y2K. Boris Johnson, Brexit, Kanye West, and Taylor Swift. Stranger Things, Kanye West, even Never Dead. I don't know. I don't get a lot of these references. I do know this one though. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire. We didn't light it, but we're trying to fight it. Didn't light it, but we're trying to fight it. We didn't start the fire. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire. We didn't light it, but we're trying to fight it. It gets kind of dark in verse 3. It goes, Sandy Hook, Columbine, Sandra Blanch and Tammy Rice, ISIS, LeBron James, Shinzo Abe, Runaway, Meghan Markle, George Floyd, Burger Kelly for Metro, Bernie Paradox, Thurman Fermi paradox, Fermi paradox, Venus and Serena. Fermi paradox, Venus and Serena. Michael Jordan 23, YouTube kid the MTV. SpongeBob Golden State Killer got caught. Michael Jordan 45, Woodstock 99. Keep Batman Bush Gore, I can't take it anymore. We didn't start the fire, it was always burning. Michael Keaton, Batman, and Fermi Paradox is just so cool. Elon Musk isn't that great. Elon Musk, Captain Nick, Texas Fed Electric, Jeff Bezos, climate change, white around Tom Nolan, aliens, Mars over Avatar, self-driving electric car, Prince I world, clear second place. What else have I got to say? That really does end on a bummer. It goes like what are SRI's Prince and the Queen got World Trade second plane. What else have I had to say? We didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire, where we're going, we'll still go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Oh man, this is not good. I've got what you guys are 40 minutes. We're going on 40 minutes in. That was hard to do because I'm just not super familiar with the song. We gotta get a capo. Got some famous person's guitar pickup there. This stream is just crazy, guys. We're gonna do some more songs shortly. Oh! Roly-poly, gonna make you bend and break. Say a prayer, let the good times roll. Because God doesn't show. And I want things to make things right, but it's the wrongs that makes the worst come to light. Who does he think he is? If that's the worst you got, put your fingers back to the wolves and the keys. You guys ready? One night and one more time. Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great. He tastes like you, only sweeter. One night and one more time. Thanks for the memories, thanks for the memories. See, he tastes like you, only sweeter. Been looking to the do-do-do-do-do-do. Been looking forward to your future. When my eyesight is going bad, and this crystal ball, it's always cloudy except for you look into the past. One lifestyle, one night and one more time. Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great. He tastes like you, only sweeter. One night and one more time. Thanks for the memories, thanks for the memories. See, he tastes like you, only sweeter. Oh, they say I only think in the form of crunching numbers in hotel rooms. I sound like Bob Dylan's lover. Get me out of my mind. Get you out of those clothes. I'm a liner anyway. Getting you in the mood. One more night and one more time. We're just doing songs versus songs. What a time to be alive versus XO. What a time. Oh, XO, I guess. Love, Sex, Death versus So Good Right Now. I'm going to say So Good Right Now. And then America's Sweethearts versus I'm Like a Lawyer. Lawyers beat Sweethearts for sure. Thriller Live versus Dance Dance. Dance Dance. Now we have an ad in the guitar chords, of course. What do we got? We gotta finish the song out though, right? One night and one more time. Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great. Tastes like you, only sweater. Oh, one night, yeah, and one more time, yeah. Thanks for the memories, thanks for the memories, thanks for the memories, thanks for the memories. See, he tastes like you, only sweaters on low. One more time, one more night. Thanks for the memories, thanks for the memories, thanks for the memories, thanks for the memories, thanks for the memories. Go! Holy shoot. Almost got caught. Super Fade versus Fame Infamy. Fame Infamy. You're Crashing versus So Much for Stardust. I go Stardust on that one, to be certain. I like New Fall Out Boy. Miss Missing You versus What a Catch. Miss Missing You. Caffeine Cold versus Wilson. 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 Sophomore Slump versus We're Doomed. Sophomore Slump. Love from the Other Side versus The Pink Seashell. I'm going to say the pink. No, Love from the Other Side. I like that poem, but it's not a song. My Heart is the Worst Kind of Weapon versus Sugar We're Going Down. Sugar We're Going Down, correct. Hold Me Like a Grudge versus Dead on Arrival. Grudge beats Arrival. Rat-a-tat-tat beats From Here On Out We're Enemies. Grand Theft Autumn versus Itself. Oh, wait. The acoustic Grand Theft Autumn versus the original. Don't mess with the original. Don't mess with the original. One night and one more time. Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so bad. He tastes like you, only sweeter. Okay, what we got going on here? This is a crazy stream. This ain't a scene, it's an arm race versus Champagne for My Real Friends. This ain't a scene, beats all. Hum Hallelujah versus Beat It. Oh man, Beat It. Immortals versus Irresistible. Irresistible. Bang the Doldrums versus Thanks for the Memories. Thanks for the memories. Love from the Other Side versus Bob Dylan. Love conquers all. My Heart is the Worst Kind of Weapon demo versus Death Valley. Death Valley wins. I'm Like a Lawyer versus We Didn't Start the Fire. Oh. We Didn't Start the Fire is going to beat I'm Like a Lawyer. I'm sorry, it is. Saturday versus Reinventing the Wheel. Saturday. Golden versus American Made. I go Golden. Demigods versus Where Did the Party Go? Go Where Did the Party Go? Dance Dance Live versus Jetpack Blues. I go Jetpack Blues. The Takes Over, the Breaks Over versus Chicago. I go Takeover, Breakover. 16 Candles, baby, versus Heartbreak Feels So Good. Ooh. Oh my. Ooh, 16 Candles, Heartbreak Feels So Good. I'm going to go newer. I got to go newer on that one. Heartbreak beats Candles. You guys think I'm crazy. Grenade Jumper versus Twin Skeletons. Grenade Jumper. Bibbit Annihilation versus Save Rock and Roll. Save Rock and Roll, baby. The Carpal Tunnel of Love versus Heaven, Iowa. New beats old. Heaven beats everything. The Takes Over, the Breaks Over versus Nobody Puts Baby in the Corner. I go the Takes Over, the Break Over beats the Baby. Whams versus Lake Effect Kid. Lake Effect Kid. This ain't a scene, it's a gosh poop live stream versus Just One Yesterday. God, that's hard. But This Ain't a Scene is just great. Have you guys heard the Kanye West mix? I don't know if it's in here or not. I haven't seen it, but it's pretty cool. He says, Fallout Boy, make them something Fallout Boy. Pants tight. Growing Up versus America's Sweethearts. America's Sweethearts. Heaven's Gate versus Dear Future Self. Dear Future Self wins. Dead on Arrival versus Snitches. Snitches. Snitches win. Alone Together versus The Music of Misery. The music. 4th of July. Oh, 4th of July. It's coming up. Versus American Beauty. Oh, this is 2 American Beauty tracks. 4th of July versus the title track. This album sucks. Title track. Young and Menace is going to lose to Thanks for the Memories. Gosh, poop it. That was a volcano. Boom! Dead! The Last of the Real Ones versus City in a Garden. City in a Garden. Alpha Dog versus Immortals. Alpha Dog. My Songs Know What You Did in the Dark. Light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up. Versus Stay Frosty Royal Milk Tea. My Songs beats the tea. She's My Winona versus Novocaine. She's My Winona. West Coast Smoker versus The Afterlife of the Party. I go Afterlife of the Party. Hot to the Touch versus The Phoenix. The Phoenix wins that round. It's Not a Side Effect. We're going to check the chat here. All messages are visible. It's Not a Side Effect versus Champion. It's Not a Side Effect. Favorite Record versus The Phoenix. The Phoenix. Immortals from Big Hero 6 versus Hold Me Tight or Don't. I'm going to go Hold Me Tight or Don't. We're going to wrap things up when we get like a really freaking crazy one. We're going to get something like you guys ready? I found a pretty good one. The new song, We Didn't Start the Fire versus Uma Thurman. We Didn't Start the Fire versus Uma Thurman. Original versus cover. We Didn't Start the Fire is way better than Uma Thurman. And because this stream has went on too long, we're going to make it go even longer. Right? That would be good, right? There's only one way to end any pop punk activity. There's only one way. Be glad that I have pants on. The capo is coming off. I have taken off my capo. What do you guys think I'm gonna do? There's a thunderstorm outside right now. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. None grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test, known as why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I can't play guitar for my life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind. Hang it on a shelf and cut up in good times. Tattoo memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have a time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have a time of your life. But, you know, I think concerts shouldn't really end with that, right? Every concert should end with Freebird, as stated. Bob Dylan versus Nobody Puts Baby in the Corner. Baby beats Bob Dylan. My Heart is the Worst Kind of Weapon versus Twin Skeletons. My Heart is a Weapon. Don't You Know Who I Think I Am versus I Don't Care. Don't You Know. Wilson versus Church. Wilson. That was interesting. That was a Mania versus Mania battle. Dance Dance versus It's Not a Side Effect. I'm going to go Dance Dance. City in a Garden versus Growing Up. I'm going to go Growing Up. Hum Hallelujah versus Thriller Live. I'm going to go Hum Hallelujah. Immortals from Big Hero 6 versus Centuries. Immortals. Young Volcanoes versus What a Time to Be Alive. Ooh, that's interesting. I'm going to say Young Volcanoes. Art of Keeping Up Disappearances versus What a Catch. I'm going to say Disappearances. Our Lawyers versus Save Rock and Roll. I go Save Rock and Roll. I Slept with Someone versus The Takes Over. I'm going to say The Takes Over. Reinventing the Wheel versus Novocaine. Reinventing the Wheel. So Good Right Now versus Lake Effect Kid. So Good Right Now. Sugar We're Going Down versus Saturday. Sugar We're Going Down. The Shipped Gold versus Hold Me Like a Grudge. Hold Me Like a Grudge. You'll Shoot Your Eye Out versus Heartbreak Feels So Good. Heartbreak Feels So Good, man. American Beauty versus The Afterlife of the Party. I'm going to go The Afterlife of the Party. Ah! You're Crashing versus I Want to Dance with Somebody. I Want to Dance with Somebody, man. Tell That Mick versus Sugar We're Going Down. Sugar We're Going Down. All the Jit Joins in the World versus The Phoenix. The Phoenix rises from the ashes. If you liked this, okay, this ain't a scene, it's a gosh poop arms race versus Demigods. Arms race beats Demigods. Just One Yesterday versus Carpal Tunnel of Love. Just One Yesterday. The Mighty Fall versus Homesick at Space Camp. The Mighty Fall. Sunshine Riptide versus Stay Frosty Royal Milk Tea. Royal Milk Tide wins that. The last of the real ones is beaten by Beat It. Immortals is beaten by All This Ringing in My Ears. This Ain't a Scene, it's a go. Beats Head First Slide into Cooperstown on a Bad Bet. Irresistible versus Saturday. Irresistible. Bang on the Doldrums versus Irresistible. I'm going to say Bang on the Doldrums. Vung Volcanoes versus Alone Together. Ooh, Save Rock and Roll tracks. I can't go Alone Together on that one, I guess. I know. Heartbreak Feels So Good versus Fake Out. Fake Out is my favorite off that record. So Much for Stardust versus the Patron Saints. So Much for Stardust. It wins. That was confusing. Sending Postcards versus Centuries. Sending Postcards. Disorder Lawyer of Water Buffaloes versus Miss Missing You. Miss Missing You. Death Valley versus Thriller. Thriller. And Hot to the Touch versus The Kids Aren't Alright. I'm going to say Hot to the Touch. And then Thanks for the Memories versus Dead on Arrival. It is Thanks for the Memories. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Make your coffee pot beep in the middle of your live stream. Always remember to tell people not to call you when you're doing these things. That was fun. Fall Out Boy are pretty darn good. They are in my ranking system for the 230 greatest bands of all time. I I can't wait to see some of you guys chat comments for your tough, really tough Fall Out Boy song versus song ideas. And that is a wrap. Thank you guys so much. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, all those things. Blah, blah, blah. Fall Out Boy. Rockin'.